My name's Fiona Lee. I'm a visual artist based here in Newcastle, or Millabimba, and I have a multidisciplinary practice that has mostly been focused on sort of blurring the lines between protest and installation. I was fortunate enough to attend a Clergy Abuse Network meeting where I had the opportunity to talk with a number of survivors, and I made a series of audio recordings with individuals on that day. I did make the creative decision to not include the voices of survivors, even though that was my initial intention. As a survivor of the climate-fueled bushfires in 2019 and 20, and someone that's been in the media a fair bit about my own experience and my story, it was a very strange and uncomfortable experience initially for me to be telling someone else's story, even though there were many parallels in the nature of survival and what it means. But after listening to them and listening to people's stories, I thought that a more subtle approach perhaps was required, and one that was perhaps more focused on hope. So I used those recordings and transcribed them, and they helped to inform the work that I eventually made. This artwork is titled "Why Bother?" And it was a provocation or an answer to a question that I asked members of the survivor community: what gets you up in the morning? What nourishes you? And I used the audio recordings to inform this work that I made, and which is a representation of a window. It's a latex cast of a window, so it's not the window itself. It's a portal to a liminal space, so it's a suggestion of a window, and it's a suggestion of transition. Yet my understanding and understanding from speaking with other survivors is that recovery from trauma is not a linear experience. It's a cyclic process that we go through, and so the work is illuminated from the rear on one side to demonstrate that the sun might be rising and one might be getting out of bed for the day, but that will continue to happen over and over, as is the nature of survival, taking a step forward every day perhaps, and waking up to meet the sun.